You never thought it would never happen to so-called white people. This is American history. This has always been American history. Where do you think policing in America comes from? Slave patrols. That's it. That's the origin story. Armed and empowered by the state to hunt down black bodies, return them to captivity, terrorize communities into submission. That's where American policing started. The ICE raids happening right now. Agents breaking into homes without warrants, tearing families apart, kidnapping people, detaining in detention centers. That's not new. That's a photocopy of fugitive slave laws. Federal agents empowered to hunt human beings across state lines and return them to bondage. The militarized police beating protesters in the streets, the surveillance state tracking activists. The criminalization of mutual aid. Black Americans have been experiencing this for 400 years. Indigenous Americans wrote the manual in blood. What's happening now isn't Trump inventing American authoritarianism. It's American authoritarianism finally coming for everyone, and that's why they need to erase black history. Because if Americans knew their history, if they really understood it, they recognize what's happening right now. If we knew Frederick Douglass, we know how to speak truth to power. If we knew Harriet Tubman, we know how to build underground networks of resistance. If we knew Ida B. Wells, we know how to document atrocities and force the country to confront them. If we knew Fannie Lou Hamer, we know how to organize at the grassroots level and challenge corrupt systems. If we knew the Black Panther Party's free breakfast program, we know how to build mutual aid networks that make us less dependent on a government that wants us desperate. If we knew the labor movements led by Philip Randolph and Bayard Rustin, we know how to shut down the economy when power refuses to listen. They're not erasing history because they hate the past. They're erasing it because they fear an informed future. They're terrified that if you knew how black Americans resisted slavery, Jim Crow, mass incarceration, you know exactly how to resist them. That's why Trump's monument building and history erasing are two sides of the same authoritarian coin. Building monuments to the regime, erasing monuments to the resistance. Control the past, control the future, yet it's not gonna work. Because Trump can't seem to understand. His legacy is already written. It's done. Finished. No amount of marble or alabaster or renamed airports is gonna change it. January 6th will be studied for centuries. Not as a patriotic uprising, not as a protest gone wrong, but as a fascist coup attempt by a president who refused to accept electoral defeat. His face will be next to the word insurrection in history textbooks forever. Your COVID response? Telling people to inject bleach or holding super spreader rallies while hundreds of thousands died. The witch hunts and rants on Obama.